Seboom. Seboom. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of the Beatbox Talk. And this time we have the legendary, the one and only Bart in the house. Bro, thank you so much for coming. Are you all right?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Dude, I'm really appreciating this interview even more because you're busy. You're at the kickback battle right now, and you're always working on things. So please update me. So what's currently going on?
Yeah, so we're doing the kickback battle. We're working on an EP. So every single round that I'm doing for the kickback battle, I want to also post on Spotify as like an actual EP with like around 8 songs.
Dude, that's super sick. I love it. I'm already all in. Um, so for oh sorry man, I just saw the chat doesn't show everybody. Sorry for that. I think you guys should be able to see the chat now or not. I have no idea why it isn't working. Anyhow, let's let's go on for the uh with the interview. I see the chat directly on YouTube, so guys, don't worry about that. I will fix it in the meantime. But so please tell me, how did you start to beatbox?
I started to beatbox by watching a Japanese guy called Daishi. You might know him. He's an old school guy. About 10 to 12 years ago, I saw him. And that was when I didn't see any other beatboxing. So that I thought this was everything that there was. So I just repeated this one video of Daishi beatboxing. And it was a wild card. So that is a video that you send in to compete in a bigger battle. And this was for the World Championships. And
Mm-hmm.
so it was this like 1 minute 30 or 2 minute video, and I
Yeah.
just kept
Yeah.
watching it until I understood what he was doing. It was just like mimicking the video and just constantly replaying this for like months until I kind of got it, and then and then I found out that there's like an whole community and they're actually beatbox battles, and that's how I got into it.
I think I remember the video as well. It's like, "Hi, my name is Deitch," and then he did the how you call the small animal, the whistle sound. This
Yeah, he had a very high like high sound. Yeah, it's like and then like a really high.
yeah. It's so I remember it really well. I was super excited to see him at the Worlds then as well. He's now, I think he's like a drift driver. He's drifting around and stuff, and it's like yeah,
Really?
influencer and stuff like that. Yeah. I saw a video where he invited his dad
No, that's not
to drive.
Daishi.
Oh,
That is the guy from Malaysia. That is what's his name? You're talking about the guy who was battling Slizzer at the World Championship 2012. Um, that is a
212.
yeah. I know for sure. It's what's his name? Let me.
Yeah. Let's Google that real quick. Slither Beatbox World Championship 2000. Okay, so I mistook them. Thank you so much for clearing that up. Because I was like, oh, dude, he's now
Oh, Sean Lee.
drift.
Sean Lee. You're thinking.
Sean Lee. Oh
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
thank
yeah,
you so
yeah.
much. Yeah. And okay. I already see the guys are throwing in some questions in the chat. Thank you so much. Um, a short update for everybody who's here the first time. So today you have the chance to post your video here in the chat, and we will select two videos, and maybe yours is one of those. And Beard will check out the video and give you short feedback and some tips and tricks how to improve your beatboxing. So the first question I see here is by Antrix. He's asking if you're still nervous if you're on stage.
Yeah, definitely. It really depends how nervous I'm getting, uh, on what kind of battle it is. But I'm right now. It's easier for me to hide that I'm nervous. So that changes over the years. You do get more comfortable, but I'm always a little bit nervous still. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 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 Hold on a second. I still the other one wrote me. We still have CD written over your head. I have to change the name.
I can be ZD if you want.
Yeah. Um. Thank you all for pointing that out because that is Okay, it's during the live stream. I can't change it. Okay. Um, there we go. Thank you all so much. So the next question is, boom, I got it. Yes. Thank you all for pointing that out. Okay, the next question is, one question of mine, dude. One question of mine, and that is, there are always sounds you can remember very clearly when you learned them, and what was the journey of it. For me, it was like, I had troubles to learn the lip roll, and then CD showed it me. I didn't do what he told me. I fucked up, and a year later he told me, "Are you capable of doing it?" I wasn't. He's like, "Did you rehearse what I told you?" Like, no. Do it. I did it, and then I could do it. Is there any sound where you remember the journey very clearly?
I There's one sound I remember. I think it was I was with this was an event. I think it was like Coop, and I was trying to learn a sound. I don't even remember what sound it was from the Mad Twins, and then they tried to explain to me how this sound works, and then I tried it, and I was like, oh shit, that's a slizzer roll, and so I got a completely different sound, but I was happy that I got the slizzer roll.
Um, okay, the people are going wild in the chat, like, dude, okay, that's nice. Um, so the next question is, who is your favorite beatboxer?
Ooh. I have a couple. There's so much beatbox that I look up to, and I'm probably not gonna remember now the guy that I like the most. But um, like in the beginning when I started beatboxing, I looked up to Reaps One, to Kareen Effects, and to Slizzer. Those were my main
Mm-hmm.
three influences in the beginning when I started beatboxing. Right now, I don't have that much influence from one person. I just like there are just a lot of beatboxes, and one I like more than the
Mm-hmm.
other. But there isn't one guy now that I like more than the other. It's usually sometimes one guy does something that I really enjoy and find really inspiring, and the other day it's someone else.
So, because of creating your sounds, you are very, very innovative. You bring out so many new sounds. You brought a complete new style of beatboxing in the scene. Where do you take a lot of this, influence? Because I feel there's a little some from the drum and bass scenes, maybe, or from the dubstep scene. Where is all the stuff coming from?
Oh, my influence. Well, it's next to all the music that I listen to, which is a lot of drum and bass, house, trap, like a lot of electronic music. It's also a lot of beatbox that I hear, or jazz drums, things
Mm-hmm.
like that. But it's a lot of my influences actually come from other beatboxers and listening to other beatboxers. I know this is not like a common answer. I think most beatboxers will tell you that they listen to music and they try to copy music, but sometimes I
Yeah.
like copying the sound of beatbox, which I also like.
Mm-hmm. I think that's definitely a smart way because you kind of see, you hear already what's happening, and then to adapt it and make your thing out of it.
Yeah.
It's absolutely a smart and efficient way to create something new. Who would be your dream producer to make a remix of one of your songs?
Oh, I think it's Noisia. I really enjoy
Yeah,
listening to them, and they're from the Netherlands. They make crazy drum and bass. Um,
legends.
they recently, I think they stopped, so it would be even cooler if they did it now. So
Uh
I
huh.
think they kind of split up. So I think one of them, the
Mhm.
main one, kept
Yeah.
making on music and different kinds of music. But it would be really cool if he makes like a really nasty drum and bass out of one of mine my songs.
That would be super sick. Uh, Danger was asking, what do you use to record your beatbox songs for Spotify?
Oh, that's a very good question. So I've been using the SM7B for a long time. I think I
Mm-hmm.
kind of switched now to the DPA microphones. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I use the this one here. This is the 2028 of DPA
Yeah.
for recording, and sometimes we use the DPA de facto microphone.
Mm-hmm.
All you need is like if you want to record for Spotify, like a thing like this, like a pop filter, or like a thing that you can put over the microphone. You'll need that. for recordings, but these are usually the mics that we use for recording. But you can do it with cheaper microphones too if that's not like in your budget.
And what kind of sound interface do you prefer? Like, are you working with Focusrite or with Steinberg or
I,
Yamaha?
all of the songs that I've recorded, I use the Focusrite, and
Yeah,
I recently got from the Kickback Battle. They provided this one from Roland, which I might
nice.
enjoy better. I still have to see it how it reacts on recording. I think they're both great.
Yeah,
I think the Roland is a little bit, you have a little bit more options.
okay.
For instance, this one has like a ground lift option, which is
Mm,
which is really nice. It's not on the Focusrite, and sometimes you have when you're working with monitors, you have like this static noise, and you just have to
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
switch the thing, and it will take away all of the noise, which is an amazing feature. What I also like about this one, they're both in the same price range, so I would probably choose
Yeah.
this one because it's more heavy. Like the Focusrite's nice
Mm-hmm.
to travel with; it's very compact. But
Yeah.
usually, um, when you're working with microphones and with cables, when you're
Yeah.
walking, this one will you will throw it off the table, you know. And this one is more
Yeah.
sturdy;
Yeah.
it's more
Yeah.
heavy, so I like that better.
That's a very good, great insight. Like I didn't know about that Roland and having a ground lift. That's absolutely cool. Everybody who don't know, sometimes it can happen if you have plugged in too many devices on one outlet, one power outlet. You can have this white, not like zzzz sound, and the ground lift helps you to disconnect from that power circle, and therefore you have a cleaner signal in your recordings.
Yes, very important because if you're recording with a microphone and you put the gain up too much, you don't know where the static noise is coming from, and
Mm-hmm.
you want to know that the only static noise that you're hearing is from your own gain. So
Yeah,
you don't want to guess which one it is.
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Weird Bass, he's one of those who provided a video for later. He asked, "Are you is Beat beatboxing with an actual training plan, or just if there is time?
Um,
Oh, or if you're just beatboxing when you have time to beatbox, or do you have a fixed plan when you're beatboxing?"
Well, when there is a battle, like for instance the kickback battle right now, what I like to do is I like to sit down, freestyle a lot, and then just like on the microphone with the speaker usually, something that gives me energy, and then I'll freestyle until I have something that sticks or something that feel is nice, or I have great lyrics and I build off of that. And there are different ways, but I like to freestyle a lot until I make like a mistake or something crazy happens like in the freestyle, that I can build upon and make something original, make something crazy out of. So that's usually how I work. So we start from freestyling, and then we slowly build a song.
There's a question from Tao, and I kind of because I think it fits really good together. Does the same happen when you're preparing for battle as well?
Oh, this was it was answering like it was for a battle, but what was the other one then?
Yeah,
Or just
yeah.
training
And
in
the other
general?
one was just in general.
I mean, I usually all the tracks that I make are usually for made for battles, and then I perform them
Yeah.
once, and then I record it for Spotify, and then so then I solidify it in like an actual song. So first it's like
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
usually how it works is like first there's a battle. I have like a routine that's like 1 minute 30, and then after the battle I make it into like a longer song from like 2 minutes to 3 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's an actual song with like a proper build up, a bridge, a second drop or whatever, and then that goes on Spotify. So that's kind of how it works. It starts with the battle.
That's cool. That's very interesting. So all the routines, all the beatbox sets you're making are for the stage. You prepare for the stage right away, and then you might build around these set pieces.
Yes. Yeah.
That's really cool. I have one very tricky question. Might take a minute to uh, think about it.
All right.
What would be your dream beatbox crew of four beatboxers?
With me in it, or just in general?
It depends. Like Footbox G, he included himself. CD didn't.
Ah,
So
okay.
it's up to you.
Oh, that's a good one. Let's see. We need high voices in this. It's easy to find basses.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what I would like is, and someone with like a great sense for drumming. Like
Mm-hmm.
for instance, Slizzer is a really good tech teammate, and you can put him in any like sort of group, and he will add
Yeah.
something. He's a very good MC. It's good to have an MC
Yeah.
with a
Yeah.
good voice. So I would choose Slizzer. Um, Big Man. I would choose Big Man.
Oh yeah, yeah. Big man is nice team already. Nice
I
team.
think his.
Yeah.
Um, and maybe myself. And
Nice.
that'll be
So you have a very bright mix of styles that can work together great.
yeah. Yeah, I think that they'd be a pretty solid group. We might miss like a good bass, like a good, I mean like a solid clean bass that like hits the
Mm-hmm.
pitches of the like
Yeah.
maybe not me, but just take me out of there, put Napalm in, and just for the bass, I think that'd be a great a great
Yeah.
team.
Yeah. Also Slither has a nice throat bass. So I think either way it would be just really sick. So we have Slither, Big Man, Hiss, and Napalm slash Beard. So if one of you guys are sick, then the other one would jump in for the gig.
Yes, yes, exactly. Yeah, I think I would put like for the best team possible, I wouldn't put myself in because I would have like the mid low, but you want to have the subs, you know. I think
Yeah.
his has enough like mid lows as well, so I would just and Slither as
Mm-hmm.
well. So then I would just put like someone who hits the very sub. Yeah.
um, because we're talking about a gig, I think that's a question that for many beatbox stars and people who don't have that much experience on stage, do you have few tips and tricks how to prepare for doing a proper sound check? Things, to watch out for to have better chances to have a nice sound when you're playing the gig.
All right. So with the sound check is always tricky, and even for gigs, for normal gigs, you want to have like a proper sound check. I think
Mm-hmm.
I think having the opportunity to have a lot like a set time, like a 30-minute time to do a sound check is always very good because usually they want to
Mm-hmm.
rush the beatboxers. They are like most gigs that I've done, they're like, oh yeah, 5 minutes, we'll check the mic, and usually I'm like, yeah, all right, 5 minutes, you know, but um like half of the time it just sounds horrible and you're like, well, okay,
Yeah.
there's no time to fix it now, and I'm just like, you know, just gonna do my thing. And it's like that's not
Yeah.
what you want to do. Like if you're going like more professional, you want to have like a longer time to do a sound check. So that's the first thing. Like make sure you have a long
Mm-hmm.
sound check, and that it's like
Yeah.
something that you asked for. What helps is
Mm-hmm.
take your own microphone, which is good. A microphone that you know and you know how to handle
Mm-hmm.
it. Um, and it's good to, and that's not on the mic check itself. It's good to test your mic at home or in a practice room so you know what your mic
Mm-hmm.
sounds like and should sound like. So like if you do a snare and it sounds shit, you know, it's because of the sound system there, and it's not like
Yeah.
just your snare that is shit. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
so so that's things to keep in mind just before going into soundcheck. And during the
Mm-hmm.
soundcheck, just like test anything that's like the lowest things and the highest things in your set. Like if
Mm-hmm.
if if your throat bass or some basses should hit the sub, you can test those like separately from like snares. You wanna punch you like you want to have the snares like that they EQ it right, so like they punch a little bit
Yeah.
harder. And you want a little bit of bass. It's usually nice to cut a little bit of mids.
Mm-hmm.
Just so just like after the kick, you know, like you cut the mids a little bit, so it sounds a little bit wider. As a beatboxer, it's kind of difficult because you're doing all these sounds like high and very low, and it all goes to the same signal. So you have to. It's good
Yeah.
to make it sound like it's very there's a big sound happening. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I would suggest.
Uh, I just got a question from Danger. He wrote, "What do you think? Who is an upcoming beatboxer to look out for?"
Oh, an upcoming beatboxer to look out for. I've
That's There are many of them. That's tough.
I've heard crazy ones the past month, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking back which I heard. There are some crazy ones.
Yeah, especially like super young ones, but also not only the young ones. You have some beatboxers who are 18, 20, never seen them before, and then like, who is that? Who is
Yeah,
that? And it's
I have no name for you, but there are a bunch of guys
mm-hmm.
that are crazy right now. Now, I wanted to give you a
Mm-hmm.
name, but I don't have any.
Yeah, yeah. Um, um, I I remember when I've seen Indicator the first time, I was really
Mm.
uh, with the alien base, I was like, holy shit! But he's in the game for quite a while actually. I just haven't seen him before. He's Dutch, isn't he? Or is he from Belgium?
Yeah, he's very Dutch. I met him a couple of months ago when shit was still
Mm-hmm.
open. I had a gig and I had a gig close where he lived, and we chilled for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, he lives in the Netherlands, and he's really crazy with this bass. Like it sounds ridiculous, even live. It sounds very nuts. I don't think he has the time to make something more than his one trick that is so good.
Yeah,
Like this one trick is
yeah,
so good. Um,
yeah.
but I think if he goes out there and discovers more sides of beatbox, I think this will be a great one for the future. Yeah.
When that's I think that's a good topic you started there. What is a great thing for beatboxers to get influenced, because you say there is many times more than just put their head into your own routines, and a way to get inspired,
What is the
uh,
question?
uh, uh, a way to get inspired for future routines and techniques
Like, what is a good way to
for
to?
for a young beatboxer.
Okay. So what is a good way to get inspired for young beatboxers when they want to
Yeah,
discover their own style, basically? Or,
yeah,
um,
yeah.
I mean, finding your own style is kind of like a combination. For me, at least, it's a combination between something you're good at, like something you're excelling at.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you try a certain sound, and it's really easy for you to do, and it just kind of is easy for you, and something that you really enjoy doing. So like if you make a good fusion between the two, um,
Yeah,
something that you're very good at and something that you're just passionate about,
yeah.
that you like to hear, that you like to listen to, I think that's a good indicator for what way you want to go, which direction you want to take your beatbox to find your own style. I think that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. I have one more question, and then after that we will react to the two videos that we have gotten from the viewers. The first, the last question is, what was your toughest battle?
Well, my toughest battle, without a doubt, was against Alem on the
Mm-hmm.
World Championships. That was crazy.
That was crazy. That was absolutely great. Okay, then we are just getting right away started. I will screen share. I will start the screen sharing with you. So I hope um, things should work fine just now. Perfect. And then, so we will start with a beatboxer. His name is Caspian, and he made a video called "Shout Out to Seboom Beatbox Academy." So I haven't heard it myself, so I'm very excited for that as well. I will change the screen right here so everybody can see it. Hold on a second. Um, there is no browser yet. Boom. There we go. Okay, then if you shouldn't hear anything, just tell me and I will fix it right away.
What's up? My name is Caspian, and this is for Beatbox Talk. Seboom.
Nice.
Uh, 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 There's no need to fight tonight, tonight. Parked and Frank on. There's no need to tonight, tonight.
All right.
All right, all right. Caspian, thank you very much for the video. So, Bart, what do you think about the video? Do you have some tips and tricks?
Yeah, sure. Is he in the chat as well, or did we see him?
I think he's in the chat. Let me see. Yes, he's in the chat.
Cool, awesome. I really enjoyed it. It's he's very clean in his sounds, and I enjoy the sound of his lip roll as well. For the tips, I would try, and I think he still has some issues with breathing during his beatbox, and that's why he's switching up the snares. And like it's way more nice for every part that you have in your beatbox. You can switch snares from build up to drop or whatever. But like even in the build up and in the drop, you switch snares, and I think it's nicer to always have the same snare. So if you're and he has a very nice inward K snare. So and because I saw some issues with the breathing, I think you can always use the inward K snare there in the build up. Also, he tried to get some extra air. It like in like 4 bars within the drop. It was like and then he didn't hit the timing back. I can hear he has a great sense of timing. It's just the breathing that will probably fix his timing as well, because he's like perfectly on time every time, and then it like when every time he needs to breathe, he doesn't come back at the right time. So the biggest tip that I could give here is try to give yourself a set space in your routine where you can breathe. That's most of it. I think the routine is nice. I think the last part was freestyled, just to add something extra. It was just like, oh, another drop, which was like a kind of grimy vibe. It didn't sound like it was a whole thing. It was just like this one routine plus the freestyle. So I would make that like incorporated in the thing. So so that's my tips for this video.
I think mentioning breathing, I think that's such a valuable tip, because especially when you do the routine at home or in front of the video, that's nice. But then when you're on stage, many times you have the feeling you have even less breath left, because you're walking around and you're performing, so you're even using more of your air than normally. So having a little some spare of air left, that's a very valuable tip, I think. Okay, so now we will check out the second video. This beatboxer is called Weird Bass. He
cool nickname.
He sent me the video. Okay, he uploaded it again. Now we have a visual. Perfect. Let's get busy as soon as the video has buffered. Oh, okay. I will switch so everybody can see. Perfect, then let's dive into it.
Yo, what up? This is Weird Bass Beatbox. And this is a huge shout out to my boys Seboom and everyone else I've been beatboxing with. Hope you enjoy. I know you just wanna taste the blonde. I know
up on the taste blood. No, you up on the taste blood. Are you ready for? Taste it like him. Are you ready for the? Are you ready for the?
Thank you for watching.
All right.
That was really cool. That was really cool. Weird Bass, he's also here in the chat, so I think he's glad to hear some tips and tricks. That was really good.
Nice. Yeah, really weird bases. So the name is good. The name sticks. I first of all, I really enjoyed the first build up. It sounded really good. Like also the sounds that he's using for the build up and the drop are really nice. Then the drop was really good. That's where the bass hits. Every time he did like a little break, like to make it interesting, like it felt like he was just doing them to do them. You know, there was no purpose for them in this beat. So there was like in the right, and then every time there was a break, you didn't come back in time, which everyone, like, you want people to bob their heads to your music, and then everyone was like blah, and then what happens is like right, it doesn't come back at the right time, so you like throw people a little bit off there, and it happened every time you took a break or did like a technical part. So really try to I feel like practicing with a metronome would be a very good one for you. I can hear you have good timing. It's not like you don't hear the time. It's just you go off timing every time you there is this part, or you want to do like something technical in the beat that is already there. So it's like constantly in time, and then every time you do like a little technical part, you don't hit the timing back. So that would massively help you. Just like get yourself a free metronome app, and have like this little, and just like practice with the with the metronome app. I think that massively will make this so much better. Your sounds are amazing. You have very original original stuff in there. So big up, man. Nice.
As you said, like metronome, I think you're a super tight beatboxer, and having Oliver, he was in the live session yesterday, and he has some real nice sounds and stuff. But I think if he gets things in time, and I think also being nervous, that sometimes kills a little bit the routine, because things are getting a little bit more messy than they should be, and when you're really chilled, then you get everything on point. And if you just would get his things that he's doing completely on point, that would be massive.
Yeah, definitely.
And I can remember when we first met at Emperor of Mike, and then I saw you improving each year, and how super solid. Because at the beginning when we met, you already had like super sick technique, but you weren't that relaxed, and now you're on stage and you're like, I'm here, let's get it on. And that's super. Like, do you have some way to prepare mentally or to get into this state to be relaxed on stage?
What really helps for me is talking to myself and giving myself like just like talk to your ego a little bit before going on stage. Just like tell yourself that you already won the battle, or that it doesn't matter, that you don't need the win, or something like that. Just something that helps you. And if you can make yourself believe that it makes it a lot easier to go on stage. Like I usually, when I tell myself these kind of things, I get like a cheeky smile, and it helps me to be like to get like this cheeky smile like right now. And I'm just like, you feel like when you're doing that, your body becomes more confident, and if your body has a more relaxed state, then your mind will also think like, oh, I'm probably in a relaxed state because my body is. So like that really helps. These are just practical things that you could do just before going on stage.
So now we come to my most favorite part of the Beatbox Talk interview. May I ask you please for a little some beatbox?
All right, let's do it. Is this sound good? Is the sound coming from my laptop, or is it fine?
I think it comes from the laptop, I think. So we can try. Like, I can hear you talk. That's just fine.
Okay. Okay, let's so it's all good?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay. All right, let's freestyle something.
Dude, thank you so much. The chat is on fire, man. Like, I was like, dude, the speed is insane. He's still keeping it so clean.
Awesome.
Bro, thank you so much for this great freestyle, and also thank you so much for all those tips and tricks. I hope you had a great time. Thank you so
Yeah, this
much.
was fun.
And also thank you everybody in the chat for joining in. Yeah, you guys are amazing. For those who have turned in a little bit too late, you can watch the video on the YouTube channel. It's fine, it will stay on YouTube. And for those, we will have next Thursday, we will have Slicer here at the Beatbox Talk. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm very excited. So Beard, thank you so much. I wish you all the best for the future kickback battle, and hopefully we can welcome you here back again soon. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Cheers, guys.